Welcome to Penida Island, guys. Pretty smooth sailing. It was just over 2 hours. I think it was about 2 hours after we made that pit stop in Lombok at the Balsal Harbor, I believe it's called, Balsal Port. Despite it being a little bit windier today, I can't say that the conditions on the boat in the open water was any worse than on our trip to the Gili Islands. So pretty happy with that. The boat was leaking from the window a little bit, but other than that, no real complaints. We got here safe. Everyone's just getting their bags unloaded. We do not have a clue where we're going to stay yet, so we've picked out a couple places. We're going to go check them out, check the rooms and make sure they're okay, because we had a couple places we stayed at where we weren't entirely satisfied with the condition of the room after checking in, despite the fact that we paid, you know, a good amount for the area. So this time we're actually going to look at some more budget places, around $20 to $30 a night Canadian, and not really care about the breakfast or anything. It's just going to be a home base for exploring, so as long as the bed's clean, we'll be happy. But yeah, let's get our bags and let's head into the port and figure this out. Looks like there might be a entrance fee to the island here. Hello.
You have to pay entry the island.
How much? 25,000 rupiah entry fee per person.
Yes.
This is the ticket.
Can you save this?
Save it?
Yes, until you leave Nusa Penida.
Oh, okay.
Welcome to Nusa Penida.
Thank you. Very excited. So same as most of the islands, as soon as you get off, there's people wanting to help take you to your hotel. But we're going to be within walking distance, so it's all good. The port's really busy. It's warm. The port isn't actually paved once you get off the ship, so if you're dragging a suitcase, it's a bit of a pain, but manageable. So we're just walking again from the port to our potential hotel. We've decided to take a look at a place called La Nusa. Very reasonable prices, close to the port. Because we're traveling with suitcases, we have suitcases because we're going to Greece after Indonesia, and the weather there is not going to be warm in the winter. So we're packing for 2 climates. Plus we have gifts for people. So we're not exactly packing light. We have a full-size suitcase each. And we didn't want to get a port transfer to a distant hotel in Nusa Penida, because then we would have to get a ride back to rent a motorcycle afterwards. So we've decided just to stay in the port, close to the port, rent a bike, and just make things a little bit easier for us. So we're on the main kind of street right now. It feels like a little bit busy. Some street dogs again everywhere. There was no street dogs on the Gili Islands, I think because it being a Muslim area, if I'm not mistaken, they're not a fan of dogs. There was a lot of cats, but wow, look at this temple. Again, it seems like there's no sidewalks or anything, so we're just walking down the the side of the road. And what else can you do? If this is your first stop in Indonesia, you can stop at that Telkomsel store there and pick up a SIM card, because you'll want to have a SIM card and data while you're traveling. Pretty cheap to get, like a 25 gigabyte SIM card for the month. So anyways, we're here at the hotel. We're going to find out if they have room for us. Let's find out. I'm waiting with the bags. Kate's gone inside. Just going to try and find out what the price is. Maybe it'll be a little bit cheaper in person rather than booking online. I think online it was about 300,000 rupiah a night, so that's like 25 bucks, 26 bucks, something like that Canadian. So no more peacefulness of the islands, just right away cars, bikes, honking. revving of motors. So we're up in the criteria a little bit. She went to check out a different place. It's about half a kilometer down the road. So Kate liked the other hotel better. And you know what they say, happy wife, happy life. I think it's about twice as much as the other place, but it does look a lot nicer already. Haven't been inside. We're just gonna get checked in and I'll show you guys the property. All right guys, we're all checked in. It's the Akatara Hotel. It's right on the main street here near the port. It's called the Raya Toya Pekka Road. A lot of shops, restaurants, supermarkets we've seen already, so I think it's going to be a convenient location. Let's check out the property here. It's not a huge area, and it is right on a busy street, so there's a little bit of noise. So we're off to get some supper. It's already getting late, it's getting dark. I just tried to get some cash from one of the ATMs. The guy before me left without getting any. It wouldn't let me get any. I tried actually 3 different ATMs now, and none of them worked. So at first I thought it was my card, but one of the locals here said, because it's Sunday, maybe it's empty. And then another lady went in and tried, a tourist, and she came out looking a bit unhappy as well. And so I asked her, and she had the same problem. So I guess over the weekend they can be emptied out. So anyways, no stress. We're gonna find a restaurant where we can pay by card, and then hopefully they refill them tomorrow. Another interesting thing is they max you out at 2.5 million rupiah is the most you can take out per withdrawal, which is only about $200, I think, Canadian. And so if your bank's charging you a cash withdrawal fee each time, it's kind of frustrating, I guess, if you wanted to take out a larger amount. Anyways, we're heading down this main street still, the one that our hotel's on, and gonna try and find a nice place to eat. Wish us luck. We just stopped at a place down the street. It's called Joglo Penida. Not too far from where we are. We're hungry. Looked good, so we stopped in. Looks like a really nice place. Not a huge menu, but some nice dishes. They have an espresso machine. Looks like some fresh baked goods. And the woodwork in the building here is really intricate. So, seems like a nice place. I'm hungry, I'm excited. And after this, we're going to try and figure out a Manta Bay snorkeling tour for tomorrow. So, first things first, and that's getting some food downrange. I can't say good morning because I didn't sleep at all. My eyes feel swollen. Just miserable. This hotel being right on the street, I already knew it. I have like custom molded earplugs that I usually bring, and I usually sleep with them almost every night actually, and they're pretty good. But last night there was like one of the neighbors just slamming doors all night. Then you can hear music on the street, which isn't the worst, but then all night there's like dogs barking all night. So in the bed's extremely soft, which some people might like, but for me there's like no support. So just everything together. Waking up this morning not feeling so great, but nonetheless going to eat breakfast. We're gonna head to the port. We didn't book a tour for the mantas. There's so many people all up the street. Everybody's offering tours. They all started around 8:39. So we got up at 7. Our breakfast is at 7:30. We're just gonna walk into the port and see if we can spot a nice boat, and I'm sure there'll be booths set up there as well, and hopefully we can just jump in on one. I'm not going to bring my good camera there, so I'll be filming everything on my GoPro, the Hero 9. The quality's not as great, but these little boats get wet, I think, if the water's choppy, so just to be safe, I'll be using that. So my apologies in advance if the footage isn't perfect, but hopefully we get to see some manta rays, and it's a good time. So it's about a 3-hour tour. A 3-hour tour. That's how Gilligan's Island started. That's hopefully we don't get stranded.
Passengers set sail that day for a 3-hour tour. A 3-hour tour.
Gilligan's Island, for all you young folk, was a great TV show for us older than dirt people. Anyways, I'm going to eat. See you guys at the port, or on the boat, or whatever. Fresh squeezed orange juice, mee goreng. So we just came down to the port. Immediately there was snorkeling tours being offered, so we just jumped on the first one, and off we go. So this boat's going to 4 different locations. I missed most of them. Crystal Bay, Manta Bay, and 2 other ones. Some of the dive shops go out for 4 or 5 hours, but they're like 2 or 3 times more expensive. So this is a quicker tour. It's only 2 hours, but same spot, so hopefully it's good. It's already just amazing. It's like steep cliff sides all along the coastline, luscious green tropical trees, caves everywhere. Just beautiful morning. The water's definitely cold. When we put our feet in to get on the boat, it felt very cold, the coldest yet in all of Indonesia. And actually, when we were on the Gili Islands, one of the girls there said it's 20 degrees here, so quite a bit colder than what we've had so far. So we'll see how it is for snorkeling. So this is our first stop. This is Manta Bay. Sorry guys, but there's no underwater footage for Manta Bay. Not only did we not see any mantas here, but the water was much too dark at the time to get any decent footage. Kayun Bay. Looks like the water is a lot more clear here. It's supposed to be a lot more fish. Supposedly there's quite a strong current here that will take you to Bali, they're saying. So not to go too far from where we are. So we're in Crystal Bay now. So unfortunately no manta rays today, but the snorkeling tour was still fun nonetheless. It was nice to be on the boat. We just got back, we had a quick shower. We're renting a bike now, and we're just gonna go explore just a few spots on the island. Not gonna go swimming. We already saw a couple different beaches on the snorkeling tour, so just wanted to check out a few different spots. Kelingking Bay and another beach Kate wants to see. So we rented a bike here. It was 100,000 rupiah for one of the larger bikes. They do have bigger bikes and they have smaller bikes. So they start at about 80,000 up to 150,000. That's for a 24-hour rental period. So this shop, Delati Rental Scooters. Really nice people, very close to the port, kind of on one of the roads that you come up on the side street. So You can look it up if you're in the area. I'll show you guys this sign here. This is the bike we're taking today. So it's a 160cc bike, and yeah, let's get going. I just had to stop at the hotel to grab my driver's license. Make sure you guys get an international driver's license when you come to Indonesia. I think it's pretty easy to rent a bike without one, but if you do get stopped by the police, then you might get fined. And I've heard that the fine is, you know, like $70, $80, and it just costs like $40 to get an international license. So you can just go to CAA, BCAA, or if you're in BC, go to ICBC and you'll be able to get it there. So here's a better picture of the bike. 160cc Honda. And the brakes work, so that's fantastic. And check this out, we got a nice little spot for our cell phone, so we can use the map. Came with almost nearly a full tank of fuel, and they said they don't even really care if it comes back full, so pretty nice, pretty nice. Where are we going first, Katie? You look like a Smurf. You know the Smurfs?
I know.
Actually, the Smurfs have white hats.
Yeah.
But anyways, where are we going? Kelingking?
Kelingking Beach, I think.
Yeah.
I think.
The roads to Kelingking were quite narrow. Most of the time the lanes aren't even wide enough for a small car. This is especially frustrating on blind corners when oncoming traffic forces you to the edge of the road. But at least a lot of the time cars will honk to give you a warning that they're coming around a corner. At times the roads are great, but that can change quickly out of nowhere. There's a ton of potholes in sections where the shoulders of the road have deteriorated. In some places, parts of the roads are just entirely missing. It's all manageable, but it does get a bit tiring having to constantly navigate between potholes while avoiding oncoming traffic on such narrow roads. You'll pass through a few different small villages along the way. Yeah. Make sure to keep your eyes open for farm animals. There's a lot of loose dogs, and we even had a rooster run in front of us on 2 separate occasions. Parking at Kelingking Beach was full, but with a bike it was easy to find some room. If you're in the market for a sun hat, there's a little shop just after the parking area with one of the biggest selections that we'd seen. And the prices were reasonable as well. And just like most tourist stops in Indonesia, you'll be funneled through a variety of shops as you make your way down towards the main attraction. 20,000 for a coconut. That's one of the better prices that we've seen so far. So lots of coconuts for sale up here. And ice cream. Tourists, tourists, tourists. Even in the off season, I'd hate to see what this place looks like in the summer. So I'm standing on the cliffside here at the famous Kelingking Beach. As you can see, it's just down here behind me. There's the big trail that goes all the way down the ridge line of the mountain. And there's also another pathway, you can kind of see where I'm pointing, that goes down the hill here. And that's how you access the beach. We're not going to go down to the beach today. It's already, I don't know. What is it, 2 o'clock, Kate? It's pretty late in the afternoon already. I think you got to make this a full day thing if you're going to come. You got to come in the morning, hike down, enjoy the beach, and then make your way back up in the afternoon. So we just wanted to come check it out, get some photos, video, have a look at the area. It's just absolutely beautiful here. This whole island is just cliffs along all the shoreline. Just amazing. You can see all the different layers in the rock that have been carved out over the years. Just on top of the world here. Doesn't really seem to matter where you are in Indonesia. There's definitely a problem with garbage, lack of recycling, and obviously tourists are contributing to that problem, but it'd be nice if something was implemented to kind of remedy the issue, whatever, by the government, but also by tourists. So we're not going all the way down, but I'll show you guys the beginning of the steep section anyways. It's definitely a trek, I would say. Maybe another time, next time. Be prepared for tourists. It's just full. Everybody's sitting on the cliff ledges trying to take photos. Sometimes in unsafe areas. Wouldn't be surprised if somebody has fallen in the past. Yeah, if you're here for more than a few days, it's probably worth the hike down for the day, but we came strictly for the opportunity to see some manta rays, which did not pan out for us. So now we're just trying to see a few more sites before heading to Ubud. If you guys do come here, make sure you come to Warung Coconut. They have the biggest coconuts and a good price. Make sure when you get your coconut that you ask for it to be cut open a bit bigger and get a spoon so that you can eat the delicious, tasty jelly out from inside, especially the young coconuts. It's like a nice soft jelly. So you get a good beverage and then you get a little snack afterwards. Probably the best coconut I've had here and the best price, 20,000 rupiah. So I definitely recommend that place. We checked other places down here and they were all just a little bit more expensive, so go there. Anyways, we're getting out of here now. It's about 3:30. We have a 30-40 minute ride back at a normal pace, and I'm driving pretty slow on these roads, so the sun's already getting lower. We don't want to get caught in the dark, and we're also going to go and try and find a new place to eat tonight, so off we go. This parking lot was just full when we got here, and now it's pretty empty, so
Hopefully the road will be not so busy.
yeah, hopefully the road won't be so bad, but this is a good time to come if you want to avoid some of the rush, I guess, is late afternoon. Green Beaver, mineral sunscreen. Good for the environment. Safe for reefs. No chemicals. Good for your skin. Buy it. Non-paid for promotion. So because we have the bike for a full 24 hours, we decided to explore a little bit further tonight for dinner. And we came to a place called Penida Colada. So it had good reviews, quite a few reviews. And they even have live music in the evening. I'm not sure if we'll stay for the live music. It starts at 7. I don't even know what time it is right now, island time. Anyways, looks like a nice place. We just ordered, we're just gonna share a few dishes, some simple stuff, calamari, some cassava fries, and then there's a tempeh burger that we're gonna have as well. So anyways, nice looking place, good ambiance. The supermarket next to our hotel is called Kayun. It's right next to it is a nice fruit stand. Had some good fruit. We actually bought some already yesterday. And seems like good prices, fresh. We got rambutan. This is sala, also known as snake fruit. If you were watching the Gili Islands video, you would see more of that. It's actually really good. It's kind of dry inside, but really good. Mangosteen. Dragon fruit. Mango. What's this? Oh, lemons.
Lemon.
Interesting. Some little baby pineapples. Watermelon.
Another side they open.
Durian. Small durians. They smell good. Oranges, apples, pears, mandarins. More pears, some prepackaged sweets. Nice little selection. Should we check out the grocery store? You guys want to see what it looks like inside there? Let's go have a look. Let's go. This is actually one of the bigger supermarkets that I've been into in Indonesia. There's definitely a lot of pre-packaged food options that I've noticed in Indonesia. Can't even tell you what's inside. Noodles, some condiments, some sandals for the beach. This looks like probably the cleaning aisle. Sandals, some clothes, bathroom stuff, more bathroom stuff, more clothes, and some cooking utensils, pots, pans. Pretty standard stuff. Looks like you can get a variety of things in here. No meat or fresh veggies in this one though. This is mostly, like I said, just pre-packaged stuff, so thank you. Terima kasih. I think for the meat and veggies, probably you have to go to a market of some sort. I think we'll see more of that in Ubud and Canggu. Check it out, it's Christmas. Christmas is coming. Christmas all over the world. Sun's down, music's going. Hello. The dogs are out, ready to bark all night. For those of you that haven't tried rambutan before, it's this weird red hairy looking fruit. You can just open it by just kind of pushing your thumbs into it. Peel it open, and inside you have, it's kind of like a lychee fruit. And the longan is kind of similar. And then inside here is like a seed. I don't need the seed. Okay, and this is the longan, I don't know how to pronounce it. Same idea. This one has a thinner skin. If I can even get into it, there we go. Quite thin. And inside is this little black seed. Looks similar, different size, different taste. Both very good. The best part about traveling to hot climates is the fruit. Good morning, everybody. Good morning from this little dog right here. We just dropped off the bike. We're heading now into the port. I'm gonna buy our boat tickets. We're going from the same port here to Sanur, which is a different port than we left from the last time we left Bali. It's just a little bit closer to Ubud, so it'll make our trip a little bit less painful. And it's 150,000 rupiah per person. And we're going right now to find the office. And this is the port office where we're going to buy our tickets here today. So same process as all the islands. You can come early to buy your tickets. They'll give you your card or your receipt, and then when you board the ship, you hand them the lanyard and you get on, and that's it. So you have to be here half an hour early for this one. Lots of places to choose from, different boats. So there's multiple booths around the ports. There's multiple booths throughout the towns. Just be forewarned that when you book at one of the booths, they'll tell you a higher price usually than what you can find online. So it's good to ask them, but it's also good to check online and figure out what the online price is, because then you can bargain with them a little bit. You can just Google Bali fast boats or whatever island you're wanting to go to, and you'll find information, you'll find different companies, but also go by the port, because sometimes the port has different companies than what you can find online. They have different times for sailings than what they show online. So check everything out, be thorough. And anyways, pretty easy. We've been doing everything last minute, no planning really, and it's been pretty smooth so far. So we are going back to the hotel now. We have to check out in about 30-40 minutes. We still haven't booked our hotel in Ubud, so I think that's the next step here. And hopefully we find something. There's too much to choose from, so it's difficult. A little bit of dragon fruit while we summarize the hotel stay here. I'll have to say that the second night here in the hotel wasn't as bad as the first. It was a little bit more quiet. No dogs barking. I don't know, I was probably just tired too. I didn't sleep so great the 2 nights before that. So, but in general, not a bad hotel. Location's really good. Clean, large rooms. If you're wanting to stay by the port, it's a really good option, I think. That way you can easily go and rent bikes if you want, and walk around to the different restaurants here and whatnot. We're just finishing packing up here. We got to check out here any minute now, and we're gonna go sit downstairs, use a bit of the Wi-Fi, and try to book our next stay in Ubud, and then head to the port for 12:30 for that fast boat. So we're at the port. It's 5 to 1. Getting ready to board. Looks like it's going to be a full ride. We still haven't booked our next hotel. We might even just go straight to Ubud, park it somewhere, find a couple places that we were thinking we like again, and walk to them and see if they're clean, like actually check out the rooms. So we'll see. This is the stressful part of leaving everything to the last minute, but whatever, a little bit of excitement. So this is going to be the end of the video probably for Nusa Penida. So I know it was really short. Like I said, we just came here for the mantas, didn't end up seeing any. Went to see Kelingking Beach, and that was about it. It was 1 day, 2 nights, so not a lot to show you, but hopefully you got a little bit out of it. And if you want to follow along, we're in Ubud next. That'll be a separate video, and yeah, see you guys there. Hope you all enjoyed.